Hey everybody, we're back. This is Kevin Davidson, your host for Kevin's Corner, Real Estate from a Marketing Perspective, episode number 36, segment number 2. We want to thank Kimmy Gillespie for being on today. Great job. If you're in the real estate world, at least in my real estate world, you know who this is. This is Dustin Orlando with First Rate Inspections. He is the only other person I know of in real estate that has a beard like that. So say hi to buddy, introduce yourself.
There can only be one.
There can only be one. That there's someone you might want to talk about, but we know who he is, but go ahead.
Yeah. Dustin Orlando with First Rate Inspections, licensed professional home inspector, licensed mold consultant, servicing Houston and all of the surrounding areas.
Nice. So for anybody that's watching this podcast that's not in real estate, what do you do? What does an inspector do? Why would I need an inspector? And we only have 15 minutes.
Yeah, we have a very short window here. What doesn't an inspector do? They're your confidant, your trusted benefactor during the home purchasing process. They're the person that you rely on to go in and make an assessment and give you the true tone of what the house is telling them. There's reasons that we hire agents. Agents know agent things, and inspectors know inspector things, and we shouldn't confuse the two.
You're experts at what you do.
Yeah.
So hiring an inspector is part of the home purchasing process, correct?
Yes, sir.
And that's typically something that the buyer hires?
Yeah, we get referrals from both sides. Typical agent referral will come in because we've curated good relationships with agents over the years, and they trust us to do their work. And then we also have direct-to-client marketing that we do, and we are able to achieve that in mostly new construction areas where we go out and market and get in front of new home buyers. But yeah, the agent or buyer coming direct to us, we will commonly get asked before a contract is signed, hey, can we do an inspection on this property? The answer is no. Get an agent, get your pre-approval, then come find us and we'll facilitate that inspection process for you.
Yeah. So you mentioned mold. In the city of Houston and the surrounding area, mold is kind of an ugly word because of our humidity and our climate and everything. So is mold inspection part of our typical inspection, or is it extra on top of?
Yeah, that's a tough topic. If we see it, we're supposed to say something. If we see visible evidence of a microbial growth or organic growth, most inspectors will or should call it out and notify that potential buyer and or their agent that there is a growth present. For specific mold testing, one must be licensed with the state of Texas to do the mold testing, and then another step further than that, to be able to do an assessment on the testing, they must carry a whole separate license. So for that reason and for the time and effort and education behind it, it is an additional fee to have mold testing done on top of the home inspection.
Yeah, and how long have you guys been in business?
This will be our 15th year in business.
15 year. And is it just the Houston area that you guys, or well, if somebody calls you from Dallas, will you go up there and do that too?
We've been to Dallas. We do jobs in Austin often enough. San Antonio, New Braunfels. We get out to Trinity, Toledo, Bend. We're pretty much all over.
Okay. Galveston area and all that stuff too?
Yep.
Nice.
I like to fish. So for those of you with home purchases in Galveston, let me know, and we'll get out there and make the tide.
Or up in Livingston, and we'll go freshwater fishing.
That's correct. We'll haul the boat.
Exactly. So tell me how. So you're in the real estate industry. So your target market is real estate agents, correct? Or at least
That's
one
correct.
of them. Yes. So what do you guys do to get in front of real estate agents and let everybody know what you do?
We've done a vast majority of different things. We've done the guerrilla marketing, boots on the ground, in your face, bringing candy bowls to the office. And then COVID changed that. COVID kind of spun the real estate industry on its head, and now no one's going to the offices, unfortunately, and that hurts me. There's no easier way to get in front of an agent than to find them at their office, which is a fine thing, because now you're out, foot on the ground, and you're out peddling to clients and catering to them, servicing their needs. But one thing we have done in great order is providing CE classes, specifically with Stewart Title as a sponsor for us. All around Houston, Stewart Title has stepped up and helped provide and facilitate either location or lunch or both, and allowed us in with open arms to provide CE classes for agents.
And you guys don't charge for your classes, do you?
That's correct.
So if you're a real estate agent and you're looking for extra, for additional elective CE credits, you guys are actually they're on my calendar in Richmond and Sugar Land twice a month, every month for the entire year.
Yeah.
Right? Or is it alternate?
For the Richmond and Sugar Land offices, it alternates. We're on the Stewart Title book for 140 classes for the remainder of 24.
So there's 140 opportunities somewhere in the city of Houston that you guys can get extra CE credits for nothing.
That's correct.
So stay close to your Stewart Title rep.
That's correct.
And stay close to your first rate inspections rep.
Yes, sir.
So when an agent, and I hear them ask this all the time. So when an agent asks you, how much do you charge? Tell me that answer, because I've heard it 100 times.
Cost is subjective.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that go into it. We're constantly weighing our price point. We look at the variables of the market, what the interest rates are doing. We look at inventory, who the buying audience is. And then our rates will fluctuate and change based on the demand that we're given. But average price point, if you're looking at a 3,000 square foot typical home without any add-ons, that price is going to be between $475 and $500.
That's actually not bad based on things I've heard. A lot of your competitors charge more than that.
Yeah, well, we're up 100% over last year, and they're not, and there's a reason for that.
So the saying is true that not all inspection companies are created equal, correct?
Oh yeah, that's 100%.
100%, and not all title companies are created equal. So, and for a feather in Kimmy's hat, not all agents are created equal. There's good ones and there's bad ones.
There are.
So tell everybody. So what in a short amount of time, what's involved in an inspection? What are they paying for? What do they get for what they pay for?
So if you go to your typical home inspector, you'll get a top to bottom review of the skin and bones of the house, the condition of the structure, the roof, the siding, some plumbing fixtures. But when you're opt to do a home inspection with first rate inspections, you get so much more. Every one of our inspectors that goes in the field is FAA licensed, so they can all fly drones. So those 3- and 4-story roofs that most can't access, we can. And our inspectors are required to sit dually through CE throughout the year. So our TREC has a mandatory 32 hours of CE credits that are required for inspectors. Our inspectors are required to sit through 64 plus hours every single CE rotation period. So as they go through those credits, they're picking up more about structural, plumbing code changes, electrical code changes, property code changes. So as things correct and things adjust every 2 to 3 years, we're picking up on that as well and re-educating, relearning, and redistributing out to our prominent buyers.
And how soon after you get done with an inspection does the agent get the report?
Agent and client will receive the report the same day.
Same day. Okay. And then do you ever have to go back to a house that you did an inspection on to either do it again or address something that was in the report?
We do. There's occasions where a reinspect is called for, whether it be due to oversight on somebody's part for utilities not being turned on, or if there's repairs that have been made. And then the common question is, well, if you go back, what do you charge for utility service inspections, or for, say, a roof reinspect? We'll go back out for $199. If it's a full summary reinspect where we're looking at, did they patch all the holes? Did they paint the walls right? Did the plumbing fixtures get leak checked? And everything in between, those prices typically run 50% of the original inspection cost.
Okay. But your clients can ask you to come back out and reinspect what the repair people have done based on the first report.
Correct.
Awesome. What's new? What's coming up with first rate inspections in 2024?
So First Rate Inspections just recently launched a sister company the end of 23 and kicking off 24. We are now running our liner restoration company for sewer line laterals. So we start that. We're kicking off the Tapria conference in Brazos County next week, actually. So we're marketing and supporting a bunch of different inspectors in that market, and then hopefully getting word out, letting people know what we do, who we are, how we're coupled together with inspection companies. So that being said, for those of you agents out there and for those buyers listening, don't forget to get your sewer scope inspection done with your home inspection.
Nice piece of advice there.
Yeah, even in new construction.
Hey, that's a pain point. I've heard agents tell me that clients have come to them and asked them, why do I need to get my home inspected when it's a brand new build?
Yeah.
Well, there's reasons why. I mean, the people that built the house may not be perfect, may not be the best builders. You don't know really what you're getting unless you get an expert go in and go through everything with a fine-tooth comb.
Correct. Yeah, and that's a common misconception is we're buying a brand new house, it's going to be perfect. And from an inspector's perspective, nothing's perfect.
It's never perfect.
Construction is far from it.
It's never perfect. Never perfect. What didn't, and we don't have to talk about this if we don't want to, but didn't you say something or mention something at the end of last year? I can't remember what it is now, about repairs or vendors or some kind of program you guys were. Now I'm drawing a blank.
So we, as of 11 days ago, or I guess 12 days ago really, we are facilitating now a vendor network. So we act as the facilitator for everything from general contractors to painters, electricians, plumbers, within our umbrella of corporations. So we have a secondary company that if a home inspection is done and then the buyers and agents agree, hey, we'd like to have these things looked at or corrected or repaired, who do we go to? Well, who better than to trust the vetted contractors that the inspector that you trusted to do your home inspection has vetted themselves. So these are all contractors that we've personally worked with. Many of them have done work on my personal property or for our inspectors. Everything from fences to painting to roofing, foundation repair. And we sat with them through the painstaking process of tasking, contract writing, negotiating, collecting fees, because we want to make sure that their values align with who we are as an inspection company.
So you guys are now aligning with vendors, so when you get done with an inspection, if the client needs something fixed or repaired, you now have the experts that can do that.
That's correct.
That's a pretty cool idea. I don't know that anybody else is doing that.
Yeah, First Rate Inspections is always one step ahead of what everyone else
First
is doing.
to market with everything. Yeah. Nice. You guys have a website?
We do. You can find us online at firstrateinspections.com. And if you're interested in finding that page and seeing our local vendors, you can visit firstrateinspections.com, click on resources and preferred vendors.
Is first of the First Rate Inspections FIR or is it 1ST?
Yeah, not to be mistaken with the Dallas First Rate. Our First Rate is 1ST.
There you go. 1STrateinspections.com.
Yeah, that's correct.
What else do you guys do marketing-wise to get the name out and grow your business?
Biggest thing outside of the classes is events. We're, for example, we are hosting our first annual chili cook-off February 3rd from 1 to 4 p.m.
Ooh.
I believe that's the right time. It might be 11 to 3, but show up. There will be food.
I think it is 11 to 3 is what you told me yesterday.
11 to 3, yeah. So February 3rd, 11 to 3. At our office in Cypress. Find me on Facebook. It's Dustin Orlando at First Rate Inspections. There will be links and flyers online. We'll also do one of the biggest crawfish boils for real estate in the city. Last year we did 1,200 pounds of crawfish. Had 400 or 500 agents come out to our office and just come eat, go, or come and hang out and enjoy some bounce houses and kids games and adult games and beverages and
At your own risk.
Yeah, at your own risk. No
So-
drunk driving.
Stewart is supporting your chili cook-off, correct?
That's correct.
So we'll be there as well. And I didn't make it to the crawfish boil last year, but I will make it this year when you do it. And there's a strong possibility that this guy's going to be doing our crawfish boil April 4th. So you'll be seeing him around all over the place. I've known the family there at First Rate Inspections, at least Ricky, I was told, since high school. But I don't remember a lot about high school. So, so I've known you guys for a long time. I've been in the real estate industry and property management since 2014, and we've been working together way before I ever got a title. So I have had other agents or had agents that have used other inspection companies, and the only inspection company that I've ever not gotten a complaint about was this one. Okay, so if you guys need a good inspection company, someone that will do what they say they're going to do and do it the right way and be honest for a fair price, give First Rate Inspections a call. Give them the phone number again.
Yeah, give us a call. Our office number is 832-567-5791.
So thanks again. Thanks for being on the podcast, Dustin. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. This is the second time you've been on?
Yes, sir.
Second time. So I'm sure we'll be on again because I'm going to be doing this for at least until I retire. So we're going to be in episodes. Kimmy's going to be on here for a 54th time going, I painted another mural.
There you go.
So thanks for being on the podcast. Everybody, this particular episode number 36 will be available next week. So Kevin's Corner, real estate from a marketing perspective. Also got to thank Jennifer Smitis, Caitlin Cornick, Debbie Devin, Wendy Santana, and Adriana Ozalte for supporting me and allowing me to do this. Everybody loves it. So if you want to be a guest on the podcast and you're an agent or a vendor that operates in the Fort Bend County area, give me a call, 832-654-0527, or email me at kevin.davidson@stewart.com. For Kimmy Gillespie, Dustin Orlando, and Stuart Title, we'll see you guys next week. Thank you. Say bye, Dustin.
Goodbye.
There you go.